Expects to make history with its fifth interest rate hike this year. The Fed will either raise its key short-term rate by 3/4 of a point, or it will increase it by an unprecedented full percentage point. This will impact everything from mortgages to credit cards to auto loans. Prices are coming down a bit on new home construction. 25% of builders said they have reduced prices this month. However, the housing market is still volatile. The cost of building supplies, along with higher mortgage rates, are simply too much for a lot of buyers. Interest rates were above 6% last week, the highest since 2008.
You can register now for a hike to learn more about the history of Glen Helen. It will take place Sunday, October 2nd from 1 to 3 p.m. A naturalist will take you on a 1-mile hike and teach you about Pompey's Pillar, the Cascades, Hopewell Indian Mound, and the actual Yellow Spring. The hike is $5 but free for members, and you must register. Visit whio.com to find out how. And tomorrow is the first day of fall, and the splash pad in Xenia is now closed. Yesterday was the final day folks could enjoy the water at Xenia Station on Miami Avenue in Xenia. The splash pad will reopen in late spring.
It's 5:16, 70 degrees in the Dayton area.
We both saw lightning driving in, and we are under a storm tracking alert for what's expected to happen potentially later today. Here's Storm Center 7 meteorologist Kirstie Zontini.
Good morning. Yeah, hopefully people got to enjoy the splash pad yesterday, because even though today's going to be hot enough to enjoy one, we'll be in the 90s. We do have the threat for thunderstorms again later this afternoon. You can see the weather camera behind me here. This is Beaver Creek, where we're pretty quiet, but we do have people that can still see the lightning across most of the Miami Valley from storms that are in the northeastern Miami Valley here early this morning. Now, as we go into the afternoon and evening, everybody has the chance to see another round of showers and storms today. And we do have the potential for severe weather, though it is a low 2 out of 5 for us here in the Miami Valley. If we get a strong storm, our main threat would come from damaging wind gusts, but we could also see some hail, and even a brief spin-up can't be ruled out for us here today as well. So we're going to have to monitor, especially across the northern Miami Valley, where those storms start to redevelop. Let's look live outside, though, in Beaver Creek. As I mentioned, a lot of us have a quiet commute. It's just a few counties here where we're dealing with the storms. We're in the 60s and 70s, so very warm start to our day. And you can see these storms are weakening as they continue to drift south and east across Ohio. Most of that heavy rainfall now is moving through Columbus. But if we zoom in a little closer, we're still getting a little lightning here with this storm south of Urbana. Springfield finally seeing some dry time, but now northern Greene County is going to get a little bit more rain as well. So this is going to continue to drift south, and eventually most of the area should have some dry time as we get closer to sunrise. Later this afternoon, after about 2 o'clock, we can start to see storms redevelop, and we do have the potential for an isolated severe storm. As I mentioned, the ingredients a little bit more favorable up across the northern part of the state later today for maybe an isolated strong wind gust or some hail. We also had a flood advisory earlier this morning in Auglaize County. So these storms will be able to tap into quite a bit of moisture and produce some heavy rain later today as well. Here's Futurecast. As we get a little closer to 2 o'clock, we'll start to see some thunderstorms redeveloping, and they drift south during the afternoon and evening. So 4 or 5 o'clock, we've got scattered storms across the central Miami Valley, and then they'll continue to push south into the early evening hours. Overnight then, this front will continue to drift out of the Miami Valley, so we should start Thursday off with dry time. And then as that cool air starts to come in from the northwest during the day tomorrow, we might see a couple sprinkles, but I think in general tomorrow, we'll just end up with more cloud cover. We're going to be reaching the low 90s in spots today, though, so the final day of summer is going to be hot. Tonight we drop to 59, and then tomorrow back up to 67, so it is going to be cooler by tomorrow. We have gusty winds out of the northwest tomorrow as well, up to 25 miles per hour. And then Friday morning is going to be one of the coolest starts we've seen in months, so really since last spring. Looking ahead here to the weekend, we stay with temperatures in the 70s, and then next week we are still enjoying those fall temps in the upper 60s on Monday. Let's check in with Sergeant Mark now. He has a look at our morning commute, which has definitely been busy in Champaign and Clark County this morning.
Yeah, some of these cameras that I pulled up, I'm getting a pretty good light show from the lightning. I just saw a flash here, 675 at Colonel Glenn Highway. Travel on the freeways really okay in most of these spots. I haven't really seen any slowdowns or accident activity. I did get a report, though, that we have a lane blocked on westbound 35 near the business split, and that is just a little west of Xenia. We have a report that there are pallets in the road, and they're apparently some type of debris. So there's a deputy on scene already. They've asked for a little help with traffic. So again, the westbound 35 lanes blocked there west of Xenia because of some debris in the road. I'm Sergeant Mark Power in WHIO Team Traffic.
Sergeant, thank you. 520 now, 70 degrees. Health officials have an unusual warning. The new social media challenge involving chicken and NyQuil that could make you very sick.
Later today, a 101-year-old World War II veteran will be laid to rest. We'll take a look back at the life of James Pee Wee Martin.
Lower the energy consumption of your